Hey, it's Deanna, and tonight I wanted to show you some antique photographs. I pulled these out of the antique mall that I have two boots in because nobody is buying antiques in my shop. There's 20 something dealers there, and this is actually located in Huntington, New York on Long Island. And I kid you not, I get no sales there. It's like a ghost town. And the only thing that seems to sell in my shop is rocks. Yep, rocks. And I have hundreds of them. So what I did was next to my antiques, I have like a display of like little inexpensive little crystals that I put on display for sale. And so most of my sales, I'd say 99.9%, like Ivory soap, um, or rocks. That's all people buy is my rocks. $2, $3, $4. I'm making no money. So I'm gonna like close down the booth soon because this is getting out of hand. So what I did was I took these out of my antique shop because they're just sitting there collecting dust and nobody wants them. I mean, it's not like I'm asking a lot of money for them, like two, three, four, five, $6 a picture. So that's it. I took them home. I was like, I collect these, so I'll keep them in my collection. So a lot of these are from different decades. We have from the Civil War all the way to about the 1890s to about maybe even 1910 or so. So the first one I'm going to show you is a Civil War era photo, and it's of a young boy. And this one was taken in New York. So this was Albany, New York. Now, I keep as many as I can in these little plastic sleeves when I don't have an album for it. This is another Civil War era photo, and it's a vignette with the photo in the center. And we see on the back, it's Bridgeport, Ohio. So, yeah, nobody wants to buy these. It's like insane. I think I'm the only buyer of these photos. I swear. It's not even funny. So here we have like an 1870s photo. These are, by the way, called CDVs or carte de visites. And these were like the popular photos of the day. They were inexpensive. And so this one doesn't have any markings on it on the back, but it had something on the front. Northampton, that might be Long Island. I'm unsure. And so we have another Civil War photo right here. And sadly, it has a little toning on the guy's cheek. But this is a beautiful, beautiful old picture. And there's no information on the back except for you can see the remnants of actually a stamp. So this tells you that this picture was taken during the Civil War. Whenever you see these little stamps on the back, during the Civil War, they made people pay actually taxes for their photos to help fund the Civil War. So this is great. When you see these little stamps, you know that that's when the picture was taken just during the Civil War. The next picture is probably an 1870s, 1880s photo, and it's of a woman. And there's no information on the bottom. Actually, hang in there 1 second. Didn't I just see that picture? Oh no, wait, is this the same lady? I don't even know. It could be the same exact lady. Wait, let me just pick it up. Either that or that's her cousin. Who knows? Yeah, it's from the same area, Northampton, possibly Long Island. Now, the next picture we have here is a celebrity. So this is also probably like an 1860s, 1870s photo. And on the back, it's filled with information, which I love. So it says Madge Robertson, and it says Mrs. Kendall, English actress. Someone wrote $20 on it. I can't even get $2 for it in my antique shop. Really, really sad. Nobody like collects history anymore. And if you're a millennial, I'm not making fun of you because I know you're going to go, okay, boomer. But how can you guys don't buy any antiques? Is it only Starbucks that you buy and iPhones? I don't know. Maybe I can actually get you guys interested in old antiques and historical items. I don't know. Now here we have another actress of the day, again, from the 1860s, 1870s. And she looks very bemused. She looks like she's not interested in anything around her. A little hoity-toity. And her name is Miss Carlyle. And someone wrote, Victorian actress and singer, $7. And nobody wants to buy it. Oh my goodness. I mean, just think about it. Instead of having a cup of Starbucks, you can have a Victorian actress photograph. I guess not. The next person we have is another actress of the day. Again, probably from the 1870s, 1860s. And again, she doesn't look too thrilled or excited about anything. And on the back it says Marie Favart, French actress. Now, I wonder if that's her signature. Only God only knows. So that's interesting. Now, the rest are just ordinary citizens, ordinary plebeians. And so we have here, this is like an 1880s photo, maybe even 1890s. There's a vignette in the center, and it's telling us the name of the photographer that took the picture. And here's another photo, probably 1890 is my guess. Could be a little earlier. And we have a little info on the back. This was, actually, is this German? This might be a German picture. Now we have early 20th century photo, probably about 1900, 1908, like right around there. She has a Gibson girl style hairdo, and she's seated in a chair. And we have the information of the studio here. Now it looks like another foreign photo. Is this Polish or German? Or maybe Bohemian? Maybe from Czechoslovakia or Hungary? Who knows? So next we have a family. Where are they from? Again, we have Europe. And don't know if that's German. Wait, Johannesburg? Interesting. So we have a really nice looking family here. The next one, I bought this from eBay because I found it really interesting. So we have a Civil War photograph that actually is on a huge cabinet card. Now, the interesting thing about this was actually a copy that somebody got done of a Civil War photograph later on. So probably about 1880 to 1890. They the photographing studios used to keep the negatives in stock. So if you wanted to order more at any time, it could be a decade later. They would have your information. There was like usually a number on the back of the card, and you can give them the number and they go into their files, find the negative, and give you a copy. So I thought that was very, very interesting. This is from Vermont. And this lady, I don't know, there was something about her that was interesting. I liked what's called the snood in her hair. You see the little things dangling from her hair? Well, she was wearing a snood, and that was like a hairnet, a fancy hairnet of the day. And that's what can help you date your photo. But again, this was a later copy of an earlier photo. The next photo is actually really interesting. And this is probably an early 20th century photo, possibly between 1910 and 1915. I could be wrong, it could be earlier. And it's a little child, and look at the cool tricycle or bicycle they have. It's a big wheeled bike on the front, and it has a little wheel on the back that's hidden here. But I found that really interesting. And the great part of it all, and look, I only had it for sale for $7 in my booth, and nobody wants it, with this long story. So this child actually wrote a letter to Grandpa and mailed this. So they turned this into a postcard and mailed this. And actually, you could see like it says something to do with the post office here was stamped on there. And I don't know if Grandpa ever got it, but nobody wanted to buy this. So that's really sad. The next we have a kid. I call him Spanky. If you ever saw The Little Rascals, Spanky wore a hat like that. So he looks like Spanky. So this might be from the 20s. I could be wrong. And this is also a photo postcard. And again, nobody wanted to buy it in my store. How sad. This kid was 2 years old, and there's the name. This one is possibly a 1920s photo, and I could tell by the way it's mounted onto this type of card. We have a vignette and some information. Actually, 1900. This is earlier than I thought. And again, nobody wanted to buy it for $6. What cheap customers, huh? In Huntington, Long Island. My goodness. So we have, wow, look at that hat. Isn't that really cool? And here's another CDV. And it's a photo postcard. $6. Nobody wants it. No takers. My goodness, I might as well just keep it all myself. So here's an early 20th century photo of a pretty lady. Again, an early 20th century photo. Look at the bows they used to wear in their hair. Very cool. Yeah, $5. No takers. Oh well. Another early 20th century photo. Oh boy, oh boy. No sale. No ka-ching. Cash register ka-ching. So here's a really nice picture. This is probably from the 1880s or 1890s. And it's a couple. I love the clothing. Look at that. And we have information for the studio, Madison, Wisconsin. And here's the graphics from the studio on the back of the card. Now we have another large cabinet card here, probably about 1890s or so. And look at the graphic on the back. Isn't that really cool how they did that? Again, this is probably about 1880, 1890. This is a large cabinet card. And again, look at the graphics on the back of this card. That is really, really cool. So now we have a baby from about the 1890s. Look at that cool Gothic looking chair. That's really cool. And again, nobody wanted to buy it. It figures. Here's an early 20th century photo, probably about 1900 or so, maybe a little earlier. And this little girl is holding like posies in her hand. And that's really, really sweet. Look at that. Again, $5. It's the price of a Starbucks coffee. Nobody wants it. So here's another photo of a girl with a bow in her hair. And again, $5, no takers. And last but not least, we have a 1920s photo. It's an enormous cabinet card of a little baby. And no takers. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. I was going to say a hands up. And a subscribe. See you all soon. Bye now.